Hello, my Cancer friends. Welcome to Silverlight Tarot and welcome to your December 2024 reading. I hope you are well. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If this doesn't resonate, try checking your other placements. I listen to a fair bit of tarot readings myself, and I'm a Scorpio sun, and I'm an Aries moon, and I'm finding lately that my Aries readings are resonating almost to the point of personal readings, and my Scorpio readings are not resonating quite so much. So it's possible that, different placements are trying to speak to us at different times. So it's always a good idea to check out your other placements as well, especially if they do have a strong presence in your chart. For example, I have 3 Aries placements, 2 Scorpio placements, and 3 Libra. So in between Libra and Aries, those are the only 2 that have the 3 placements. So I also often check out my Libra as well, along with my rising sign. So give that a check if you're finding any particular placement of yours is not necessarily resonating. But they are general readings, so we're reading for the collective here. So certainly is possible that things aren't just going to resonate every single time. Okay, so show me Cancer for December 2024. Show me Cancer for December 2024. Take a look at some past energies. Recent past. Currents or central. Future. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun in reverse. So with the Sun in reverse, we do have some heavy energies on the table. However, we also have some your major arcanas along with the Sun card in reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Justice, and Death in reverse. So something is trying to shift here. Something is trying to change here. Something is trying to balance out. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, there is an ending of a cycle is trying to occur. Remember, energy kind of moves in cycles, and a cycle of energy is trying to close out and balance out. There is a need for change. Something in either within yourself or in your environment, there is a definite need for change, and there is a resistance towards this change. But with the Sun in reverse, there's the Sun represents clarity and a very clear path ahead, very positive outlook. And with it being in reverse, it's like there is a cloud that's sort of passing over, casting a shadow. The Sun is still there, but with the cloud passing over, creating a shadow, there is a need to take a look at something. So that we can sort of close out this chapter, because right now you're in a state of energy resistance. which is going to interfere with your ability to move forward on whatever it is you're wanting to move forward on. It's going to give you a lot of feelings of stuckness and frustration. Well, with the Justice card, the Shadow may very well be taking a look at it, at how our past actions have influenced or impacted where we are today. So there's a need to look at where we are today. Where do we want to go? But also a need to look back at the past and, okay, how did I end up here? There's something here that needs to be looked at. And that's also indicative of the Eight of Swords. There's a lot of mental confusion around, okay, how did I get here? Where am I? Why am I at where I'm at? But there's also a blindfold on. There's something you're not willing to see. And that's causing the resistance to this change. It may be because you're sensing a change and you don't want this change, but this is a change that really does need to happen so that the wheel itself can continue to move forward. Right now it's in reverse. It's on a downturn. In order for it to come up, we need to take a look at how we ended up here. There is some sort of lesson that needs to be learned. Justice is about the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So looking at your situation in a very realistic manner. What is the reality of my situation? So keeping emotions at bay and not letting your emotions influence where you're at, which is indicative of the Eight of Swords, that it's possible you're letting your emotions get in the way, or your mind is playing tricks on it. Your mind is circling there's a lot of mental confusion here. But clearing through that mental confusion will bring you looking at what it is, the reality of your situation, the truth of your situation will actually bring you the clarity that you need. It will bring you the clarity you need to make the change that needs to be made. So that, death is about change. And it's about transformation. So at the end of the day, once that's cleared up, there's sunny days ahead. That Sun card can turn upright. So that the wheel needs to turn upright. The Death card needs to turn upright. So in your recent past, you have the Six of Pentacles. And that's the card about giving and receiving. So you have enough resources that you can either that you can give, or you're in need of support and asking for assistance. So there's something there. Maybe you're not getting the support you feel you need. Again, we have the Eight of Swords, a lot of mental confusion, not seeing something, not accepting something. And then we have the Nine of Wands. It's a very defensive posture. You're defending your path. So that's that resistance right there. You are defending this path and not accepting the change that needs to take place in order for that wheel to take that upright turn. And the Justice is in your future, your near future. So, and it's in the upright. So that's a positive sign that, the universe is pushing you in this direction. And then you have the Five of Swords, which represents a major conflict. A major conflict. So we're talking about... So he's got a sort of truth up, but whether or not he's hurting other people is just not, is not his concern. So it's either you, Cancer, that has taken this winner approach and harmed in the process, either by, you know, that this can take on many forms. You've moved ahead, but in the process you've hurt other people, or you are the one who has been hurt and felt defeated. So we can look at that both ways. So what has brought you here? Why? Either it's you've been causing harm, so why? Taking a look at that. Or someone has caused harm to you. Why has this happened? So it's looking at those issues, because I think that's crucial. This is part of the, in order to move forward and create balance, I mean, this has created, you know, that winner takes all philosophy and moving ahead, asserting your truth, while hurting others. Sometimes when this kind of, when the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Swords is in play, I see them both at the same time. I often think of gaslighting too. Someone has asserted their truth and made the other person feel like doubting their own, which is a very very, very negative, toxic communication style. Things could be not expressed assertively, but very aggressively, a lot of name calling. And at the end of the day, there really are no winners when that happens. So depending on what position, I mean, it's important. We're human. We all make mistakes. That conflicts can certainly go awry. But it is important for us to look at that and create balance to that situation, whether it be an internal balance, imbalance, or what do you need to do if you're the one feeling defeated? How do you move forward, and why, so that it doesn't happen again? That's the whole purpose of learning our lessons, is that so we don't repeat cycles. Otherwise, if that doesn't happen, then we get the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune staying upside down, and we face the same kinds of situations over and over again, and there's never that balance created if we want a better future, right? So let's take a look at the 6 of Pentacles. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? This one's kind of come out on its side, an awakening. This is Judgment. Again, another card of change and transformation. There is a wake-up call here. With it being on its side, it's like there is a resistance to hearing it or realizing it. But it's there, and that's causing, again, that resistance. What's the wake-up call here? The lesson that needs to be learned here. Why is the 8 of Swords here? Show me the 8 of Swords. The Lovers in reverse. So there is a definite... the Lovers is a choice card. But when I see it in reverse, I see that there's a lack of connect between yourself, your inner world, and your outer world. There is an imbalance. Definitely, I mean, the 8 of Swords definitely indicates the imbalance, the mental imbalance, the confusion, right? the lack of clarity. But there is a truth here that's not aligning with you, that you're not willing to see. Like if you took the blindfold off and you realize this truth, that would create the alignment that you need. But there is something that you're not seeing. And so it's keeping you stuck in misalignment. It's keeping you in a situation that doesn't align with yourself. You're compromising aspects of who you are within in this situation. There's definitely another energy at play here. It could be that if you are receiving aggressive treatment, what aren't you seeing? Like, are you sticking around for that? Are you what is your role? How is this being maintained? Because if you are the person who values respect, who knows your worth, then this kind of treatment wouldn't be tolerated. But the energy's on the table, and the energy is showing up here in the near future. But there is an indication that this has happened before with the Nine of Wands and a defense of your path. Show me the Nine of Wands, please. Show me the Nine of Wands. Justice. All right. So we've got double justice on the table. Well, this is validating that defending your path is what's needed here to create balance. The actions you have taken are based on truth, are based on you are defending your value, your worth, your path. So, and that's what's going to help bring this into alignment. Or there's a need for doing such. Or there is a need for doing such. Show me the Wheel of Fortune, please. The Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so there's been a major change to a long-term structure in your environment. Whether it be a friendship, whether it be the family unit, whether it be at work. So this conflict, and it's at risk of happening again here. There is a need for you to defend your path. Don't walk away feeling defeated. There is a lesson here that you're doubting yourself. Someone has caused, this energy has caused you to doubt yourself and your path. But there is in order to maintain balance, you do need to defend this path. Now, this structure, whether it be the family unit, whether it be your job, there needs to be a change here. I think it's not going to be restored in the way it once was. And I think you're seeing that. And you're defending the need for this significant change and shift in this structure. I'm not getting a lot of indication about what that structure might be, because I'm getting the thoughts, I'm getting the actions, and a lot of major arcanas here. The only other thing I'm getting is the Pentacles. So that could be finances. There needs to be a shift. There was a major shift, conflict that affected the finances, the home, not equal give and take coming here. So with the equal give and take, someone lost out. Unequal, unfairness, and some unfairness took place here. So that's a big indicator. What in your situation would you deem to be unfair, and what needs to be restored? But it's not going to be like it was before. Not with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Wise One in reverse. This structure is going to take a change. It's going to be transformed. A change needs to happen. It can no longer be sustained as it was functioning before. It is now become unsustainable. Seems to me you're recognizing that this structure does need to move forward in a transformed way. But you are meeting resistance. It could be mental resistance. You may be gaslighting yourself. Going back and forth. Although with the Nine of Wands, there's a pretty clear, definite action that you have taken, and then what maybe you're backtracking and you're like, did I do the right thing? I've put something in motion here, and you may be starting to really question your mental thinking about this. But with two Justice cards in the upright, the truth, and nothing else but the truth, it seems like you have set in motion something that does need to happen, but you're doubting yourself. And if it doesn't, it's going to lead to more conflict. Show me the Justice card, please. Show me the Justice card. The Magician. So manifesting from present day. There is something you want to, you are the master manifester of this. But in order to manifest, you have what it takes inside you, your own unique abilities, but you must be in alignment. You want that Lover's card in order to make clear, direct choices about what it is you want to manifest. Balance must be restored. In order to do so, the Lovers needs to be turned upright, which means everything that you're manifesting comes from within. And right now there's so much mental imbalance. If that stays in with the mental imbalance, if that, and fairness in communication and fairness in isn't restored, you will continue to manifest that into your future. Show me the Five of Swords in reverse, please. It's in reverse. So it's like you're trying to heal and process whatever has gone on, and you have the Empress in reverse. This is not, when it's in reverse, there's been a lack of nurturing, a lack of self-care, a lack of abundance, a lack of growth. Damage has been done. Significant damage has been done, which needs to be righted. Show me the Death card in reverse, please. The Hermit in reverse, again, a resistance. There is a need to go in and realign and introspect. What are your values? What is your purpose? What is it you need to focus on? How can you restore the balance of this situation so that you can close this chapter and make the transformations needed so that you can move forward. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Again, you're needing to withdraw emotion and look at the reality of the situation. What is the truth of the situation that you are not willing to see right now, but you know it? The Hermit is saying, look within. Everything you need to know is very similar to what's out of alignment. What's making you feel uncomfortable? So let's get some advice. I'm going to put from the tarot, the Age of Aquarius tarot. We'll see if we can get you some advice. What needs to be purged? What do you need? So much powerful major arcana energy. I mean, we can look at advice too. In order to turn the wheel upside down, there needs to be a transformation of this structure. And your cue for that, I mean, many of you will know. You'll know your situation, but there's an unfairness, that, a lack of balance. Definitely unfairness that needs to be restored. And how do you do that? How do you make things more fair? And you need to take, so with the King of Cups in reverse, he's very emotional. Very, very, very emotional. And it's affecting, this is an emotional situation that is affecting his ability to think clearly. So there's emotional imbalance as well. So your act... So remember, we manifest from a place within us, a knowing within us. This is what we love. This is what we value. This is, and then we manifest that into the physical world, our inner world, who we are. We're manifesting our gifts, our uniqueness out into the physical world. But we can't do that. We will manifest, but we can't manifest our unique self if we're not emotionally balanced, if we're not mentally balanced. And it seems to have come from this Five of Swords. That's either an external energy that you've had conflict with, or there is major internal conflict here, to the point where you're damaging yourself. But then there's this defense of this path. Okay, so I'm going to take a deeper look, actually. I think, let's look at the Six of Pentacles with Judgment. Again, the wake-up call involves this unfair activity. There's a major lesson for you there. The Queen of Wands, there's that action, right? There's that action. So she knows what she wants. She is able to focus on what she wants to manifest confidently and with extreme focus. So that requires a balanced mind and balanced emotions. This requires balance. But the balance so there's been action here. Okay, when she's in reverse, we're talking about some very judgmental, a lack of judgment, or poor judgment. And that poor judgment, that unfairness, that poor judgment, there is a lesson here. Could be judging yourself, someone else is judging you through this conflict. It's causing a disconnect from within yourself. Maybe you're giving up. What are you giving up in terms of yourself? What are you sacrificing? Show me the Eight of Swords and the Lovers, please, in reverse. We got 2. Eight of Cups, walking away from something. There may be something you need to walk away from. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is a lack of collaboration. So there is another energy involved. This is a lack of collaboration. There's been unfairness. There has been judgment in this collaboration. There is no growth here. And you have needed to sacrifice too much of yourself. And I think you're trying to defend yourself now. Queen of Wands. Nine of Swords, yeah. It's affecting, again, now we have the Nine of Swords. You have the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. It's causing you anxiety, sleepless nights. It's a very troubled mind. There is a resistance of letting something go, and you may be overly defensive about it until, yeah, you see the need to, trying to escape it. Or there's been some major disappointment here. King of Cups. Again, we have the King of Cups. It's a very emotional situation. You may have found, okay, so I think you've been as diplomatic as you can be, but without the cooperation of the other, you can't restore this situation. Yeah, it's an incompatible situation with the Four of Wands. You need to work on letting go and releasing. Because you're feeling worthlessness. Yes, goes again. Yeah. It's something, there's a deep emotional connection to this. And it's left you very emotional in terms of pain and anxiety. But if it's not easy to walk away from, it's because there was an emotional connection to begin with. But I'm sensing a repeat here. A karmic cycle repeating itself. And the cycle can only be broken if it's not transformed. It either needs to end, you need to walk away from it, or two people or the people involved need to come together and make those changes that are needed. But you can't force that. You only have control over yourself. Oh, Yeah, you have the Three of Swords in reverse. When you start manifesting again from a restore, like from within you, and what, stop sacrificing pieces of yourself and you restore that balance, then that will start to release the pain. There's a lot of pain here. The Ten of Pentacles. So this is something that definitely represented your long-term legacy. This is, like, again, that's speaking to the structure, and something has shifted. With the Ten of Pentacles, this is that long-term stability that we seek. However, even if you're talking about a family unit that is very stable, that is very secure, and you've sort of reached that, and you're building a legacy with the people in this unit, there will be a shift that takes place, for better or for worse, because things are constantly growing and transforming, and there's a transformation or a growth that is being resisted here. So if it's a family unit or an emotional connection, it can't be sustained the way it is because there's too much pain happening right now. There's a lack of coordination, a lack of cooperation. There's a lack of fairness. There's a lack of balance. So this situation has to be transformed, or the person, or you need to walk away from it. Show me the Death card and the Hermit in reverse, please. How is this unit serving you? Are you aligned with this unit? What is out of alignment? King of Pentacles. Again, that talks about generational stability, long-term stability. He is the master of creating that stability. And in order to do that, again, it's that transformational within this structure. There's healing that needs to take place, Four of Swords, so that you can rebalance the mind. There is a need for a very logical, an alignment of your truth. There's a misalignment right now. So go within. What is your truth? Don't worry about what other people in the unit have said. What is your truth? And you align to that. Don't question the actions that you have taken, because I think they were made in an attempt to restore this balance. A change needs to happen. We've gone beyond the change point because of all, just resisting it is going to cause more and more and more pain. At the bottom, Wheel of Fortune in the upright this time. There's so much major arcana that it's like, yes, this is destined. Whatever this conflict was, it was meant to happen. It was needed. It was meant to happen because things couldn't go on the way that they were going on. There was just too much weight. I'm really curious to see where, I'm going to look in this deck to see the Tower here. Because there definitely has been a tarot moment, or it's going to come completely down. It's just going to continue to do so. And so I'm really curious to see. There's the Tower. We got the Death card in reverse on the one side. And we have the Knight of Swords. So there is a need to withdraw. Right? So that may be you, the defeated one. You may have tried to defend your path. Harsh words were said. So you retreated. The Tower is coming down. It's in reverse, but it's going to come down. It can't. There is the resistance. You're trying to keep it going, but it can't. It's not sustainable. And there's the Death card in reverse. Again. Field of Dreams in reverse. Are your dreams your own, or are they really someone else's? Have you chased money, possessions, or prestige? Have you placed security over fulfillment? Has approval seeking played a major role in your motivation to succeed? Have you been going along with others in this structure and now realizing this isn't your dream? This is someone else's. This is the time for you to assess the validity of your dreams, your talents, and your willingness to be a channel for inspiration and creativity. Don't be afraid to enter the field of dreams, for you can always clear the ground for new and better things to grow. And the Sun in reverse is actually indicating that. Is this your path? Maybe that's why the shadow is there. Nature has a way of self-correcting if you're willing to act with authenticity, which means acting from within you, what you need, what you want, what your desires are. The power to create is inside of you. And this is what I have for you. I hope this helped, Cancer.